a lot, and I'm not going to vet you based on what you're going to do. I'm now going to look at your history. You've said that you've worked in government for 20 years, and I want to give you some of the excerpts from what you've said in public while serving in those offices. When you were the spokesperson of Kibaki regime, their press conference and pronouncement you made on Oscar Foundation, 2 hours later the officials were killed, assassinated. It gave the regime a bad name. Whether it was true or not, the pronouncement gave the regime a bad name. In the same regime, you also pronounced yourself to the visiting senator, Senator Obama, as a very small man that we should not bother about. He later became the president of the United States of America. It also gave your regime a bad name. Later on, you also said that you want to rejuvenate the entertainment industry. And you started a Cobra Squad as one of the things that you knew this one is going to revitalize the arts and the music industry. It performed poorly and later disappeared from the screen. In the same regime, you also, during the Kazi kwa Vijana initiative, you said that all the old trees in town must be cut and instead replaced with flowers to beautify Nairobi. Something that did not go on well with the environmentalists and the champions of tree planting. When you become the governor of Machakos, you started a program called Chap Chap, Maendeleo Chap Chap, bought ambulances and all that. Most of those programs flopped, and nothing much came out of it. You actually turned it into a party called Maendeleo Chap Chap instead of the Maendeleo itself. Later on, during the stint as a governor, you once visited the State House with the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, and you confessed that
be fair to him, it was not a stint. He served 2 terms.
Yes, 2 terms.
Yes.
So around that time, you visited State House with the Right Honorable Raila Odinga in a state event, and you said the president now serving, who was then the deputy president, squeezed your hand very hardly and painfully. You even reported to the Kilimani police station. Nothing came out of that case. Recently, as a Minister for Foreign Affairs, on an X, what is now called X, it was called then Twitter, when Turkey had a devastating earthquake where thousands of lives were lost, you promised on the behalf of the Kenyan government that food and medicine will be donated to that country. Right now, even the officials of Kenya in Turkey are embarrassed to face the government there because nothing was delivered. And it has embarrassed this country forever in terms of Turkey and the Kenya relationship. And lastly, where you just came from, as a Minister for Tourism, you said that all tourists arriving here must plant trees, and they'll even have a fee on it to buy the local seedlings. Something that we don't know whether it was passed by the cabinet, where it was a road declaration. This one puts a lot of skeleton in your closet. What do you say about it?
Mishi?
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chairman.
Let you hold. I think that's quite a mouthful. Let's have those 2. We have had, it's 3, yes. Dawood, Mary, and Amisi's charge sheet.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So let me start with Honorable Dawood. Just to clarify on the figures, is that there were Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, especially the Department of Wildlife, through KWS, were advertising for tenders that are being given at an approximately 3 million shillings a kilometer, which means when you have 300 million as an allocation, you only have 100 kilometers. And by bringing it down to 850,